Our travels take us to Augusta, Georgia, the home of the Masters, the quiet and calm of the game of golf. Contrasted tonight at the Bell Auditorium as Budweiser, the king of beers, presents USA's Tuesday Night Fights. Hi, everybody. I'm Al Albert, along with the champ, Sean O'Grady. Welcome to another edition of Tuesday Night Fights. And tonight in our co-features, we have a couple of underdogs in the rough, and the only way they can get to the green is to get through a couple of trees. In our main event, Anthony Willis gives up some 30 pounds, but he thinks he can outquick Alexander Zolkin, who's fast becoming one of the dangerous heavyweights on the scene.
Yeah, still young as a boxer. Alex Zolkin is still learning. He's rated in the top 10, and he's talking about a fight with Riddick Bowe. He's using this fight as a tune-up against the quicker Willis, and that could give him a lot of problems. Willis is very hard to hit, and Zolkin must impress tonight.
Alexander Zolkin in the first fight tonight. You'll be seeing the IBC Super Lightweight Championship, and former Kronk tough guy Marlon Thomas has to not only get through some trees, but get through the Forrest. Undefeated Vernon Forrest, one of boxing's rising young stars.
Yeah, former Olympian, a great amateur for right here in this area. And he fights for the first time as a pro right here in front of his hometown folks. That could be a problem because it puts a lot of pressure on a young fighter. Tonight, though, he's pumped, and that could work against him. Marlon Thomas is no slouch.
Vernon Forrest and Alexander Zolkin. Zolkin will be trying to get his words in the main event tonight. But when we come back, we'll see this young man, and he has this city of Augusta, Georgia, supporting him tonight. This is one of boxing's best young prospects, 24-year-old Vernon Forrest, a member of the 1992 U.S. Olympic team. Forrest has won his first 14 pro fights in convincing fashion with 12 knockouts, already ranked number 5 in the world.
I have all the tools. I have the height. I'm very tall for my weight class. I have punching power. I have fast hands, quick feet, and I know the game. So I guess you mix all that into one formula, I guess you get a great fight.
Forrest has an impressive combination of speed and punching power, and he's learning very quickly.
I'm learning the fight game a little bit more, professional fight game, being patient, you know, putting punches and bunches and combinations, and really concentrating on my target, you know, specific spots that I want to land my punches. So, you know, I'm concentrating more, and you know, I'm not wasting shots as much as I used to as an amateur.
Journeying into the Forest tonight is Marlon Thomas, the former Kronk fighter. He brings the toughness of a Detroit scrapper who's faced more demanding opposition and is ready to put out this Forest fire.
He come out like a ball of fire. I got a bucket of water. Water to put out the smoke. I'm in the fire and make it smoke. So we see him in the later rounds what he's going to do. I've been looking at his record. When I seen from the books, he done had an early round knockouts. And I done been 8 about 3 or 4 times. So I figured that's going to play a big part in this fight.
But this is the biggest night in Vernon Forrest's young pro career. You can bet he'll be way above par in front of his hometown fans.
Augusta is known for the Masters, and of course James Brown got part of the soul. But also I want Augusta to be known for Vernon Forrest, the hometown that, you know, he came from, that produced a great fighter. And I want Augusta to be known, you know, more than just a resort for the Masters. You know, a stop off on the PGA Tour. You know, there's some good boxing down here in Augusta, and I want to show them.
And the crowd now in anticipation of Vernon Forrest making his way into the ring. 14 professional fights, and this will be the first one as a pro in front of the Augusta crowd. A member of the 1992 U.S. Olympic team, he had to beat top pro prospects Shane Mosley and Stevie Johnston to get there, although he lost to Peter Richardson of Great Britain in the first round, even though Forrest scored 2 standing 8 counts and a knockdown, which did score as extra points in the amateur rules, and was upset in that first fight. But he has been perfect as a pro. 14-0, 12 knockouts, 7 of those KOs have come in the first round. And tonight he fights for his first belt, an IBC crown, the super lightweight or junior welterweight at 140 pounds. And you take a look at the tail of the tape, Forrest, who has fought essentially between 140 and 146, actually comes down at the bare minimum for him at this point of his career. Thomas also at 140 on the nose, but Forrest has the height advantage, although Thomas has the reach advantage. We are in the state of Georgia. This is an IBC fight. The standing 8 count is not in effect. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. You can be saved by the bell only in the final round. The scheduled for 12. And the scoring, the 10-point must scoring system. We're ready for the introduction, so let's go up to our ring announcer in the black tuxedo tonight, once again going to the white accessories. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Beato.
Live from the Bell Auditorium in friendly Augusta, Georgia, promoter Tom Baca and Budweiser, this Buds for You presents Championship Boxing on USA Tuesday Night Fights. Tonight's bouts are under the auspices of the Georgia State Boxing Commission. The chairperson is Valerie Dorsett, and the attending chief of officials is Jerry Michael. This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds for the vacant IBC Super Lightweight Championship. Your ring officials assigned by the IBC President Joseph Blackie Gennaro, attending supervisor the Dandy Dean Chance. Judges at ringside are from Muncie, Indiana, Gary Merritt, from Dubuque, Iowa, Dave Hess, and from Dunwoody and Atlanta, Georgia, Erwin Deutsch. Your referee, ladies and gentlemen, from Savannah, Georgia, now making his home in Reno, Nevada, and working his 79th World Championship fight, Mills Lane. Introducing now the principals in the red corner to my right, wearing the green trunks with gold trim. He weighs 140 pounds. His professional record, 13 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw. He has 8 knockouts. He hails from Detroit, Michigan. Here is Marlon Troubleman Thomas. His opponent in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with white lettering. He also weighs 140 pounds. He is undefeated in 14 professional bouts with 12 knockouts. He is rated currently number 4 in the world by the IBF. He hails from Augusta, Georgia, Vernon Forrest. 12 rounds for the IBC Super Lightweight Championship.
Okay, look at Vernon. Right here is not going to be low, okay? Right here is going to be all right. Now, we've gone through all the instructions. We're in the dressing room for the championship of the world. It's like a tough, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Any questions here? Any questions here? Let's get it on.
Mills Lane taking charge immediately, getting a wild ovation.
Yeah,
for his
great to see.
introduction.
Great to see the referee getting an ovation like that. A lot of applause, a lot of yelling, hollering for Mills Lane. They appreciate good referees here and good fighters. This community here has had a high history in boxing. They have a lot of amateur tournaments here, and they have young boys that come up. And now with this fight with Vernon Forrest, they're able to follow his career as a professional. So they're excited about that.
And for Vernon Forrest, finally hearing the cheering after his first 14 fights on the road. And on the attack is Marlon Thomas, who loves to put the pressure out. He will come out winging, looking for one big punch. And it'll take a little time for Vernon Forrest to figure this one out. Well, if you're looking to make a case for the underdog in Marlon Thomas, he is certainly not afraid of Vernon Forrest, and he doesn't feel as if Forrest has fought anybody not close to the competition that Thomas has been through. Thomas also saying, hey, Vernon Forrest has been past the 4th round only twice. And even though you see Thomas winging, you know in the back of his mind he'd like to take Forrest into the later rounds and test him there.
Oh, absolutely. That is a game plan, and he knows it. But what he had to do at the first part of this fight, he had to try to take the crowd out of it, settle them down just a little bit. He knows that Vernon Forrest is going to come out real strong in those first 3 rounds, like you're seeing right here. And Marlon wants that. He doesn't want that right hand.
And those shots by Vernon Forrest getting the attention.
Yeah, that shot jacked his jaw. You see him open his mouth. When you get your jaw jacked, your teeth don't line up. You open your mouth, try to put it back into its lock.
This is scheduled for 12. 2 very busy fighters. The 7th fight in 95 for Forrest. And Thomas, 5th fight in the last 6 months. Thomas has won 5 in a row, his last 3 by knockout. And remember, Forrest has KO'd 7.